is going on, you guys? It's your boy Alex West Collects here, bringing the most in-depth action figure reviews here on YouTube. And today we're taking a WWE Mattel Monday Night Wars Greatest Hits Elite set. Yes, we already have a Greatest Hits set for the Monday Night Wars, featuring Shawn Michaels, Triple H, Eddie Guerrero, and Bam Bigelow. And of course not, I did not find this on my local Walmart. I picked this up off of eBay. I didn't do too bad though. I paid about $30 a pop for each of these figures, which is surprising. I don't know if this set is just not as highly coveted, or maybe some people are just finding these readily available in their stores and buying them to flip. I don't even know what they're costing at retail now, because I really haven't seen this line too often at my local Walmart. I think they're between $19.99 and $22.99. So to pay $30 a pop and have them shipped to my doorstep, no brainer. And I'll be honest, I didn't really want a lot of these elites. I'm on the fence with Bam Bam. I have the Legends figure, so I want to compare it. Eddie, I have the original Hall of Champions. I definitely will compare. Triple H and Shawn, I just didn't really want them, but what really sold me was I wanted the NWO Vincent. And I feel like I had to talk myself into buying in that sense, because I did make a custom, which is pretty much the same figure that is the Build-A-Figure in this wave, but I was like, you know what, this is the more official one, and I'll compare my custom. I use the Bulldog blue jeans mold for it, so this one comes with a black one. But anyways, we have the set. We're going to do a full-on review for you guys. So we're going to pull each of these out and take an in-depth look at their packaging. Start off with Shawn Michaels. So this is a re-release of the Elite 19. I actually at one point quit collecting. I sold all of my stuff. And believe it or not, the Elite 19 Shawn Michaels is what sucked me back in. I wasn't out of the game too long. But this is a version of Shawn Michaels. I feel like I wanted a flashback Shawn for so long. And here we are. This is the third technical release of this one. This is based on the Hell in a Cell match versus The Undertaker. So we did see this in the Elite 19. We saw it, I believe, with the Lost Legends. I think it was kind of like a Greatest Hits wave. The Lost Legends re-release from Mattel. And now we're seeing again the Monday Night Wars Greatest Hits wave. So we've had plenty of opportunities. He does come with the European title. Those other figures did come with an entrance gear, where it was kind of like one that you kind of strap on his arm, and like another one that goes over his shoulder. I'll be honest, the entrance gear was not that good. Didn't really look aesthetically pleasing on the figure, so I'm not too upset that it was not included, but we'll get into it once we get on the figure review. For your packaging, you get your standard Monday Night Wars box. Nothing different here. You'll see the Build-A-Figure Vincent from Nitro, August 4th, 1997. You'll see the Greatest Hits logo on here. It's crazy we're having a Greatest Hits set already. I mean, I'm all for more figures, but just kind of random, no? I mean, too many Greatest Hits. On one side of the box, you'll see the image of Shawn. Take a look at the back, you'll see the awesome pose of Shawn with some stats. You will see he does come with the head and sunglasses to build Vincent. And if you guys want to take a look at the read-up, you can pause and do so right now. Triple H is a re-release of the Attitude Era Elite set. I believe that was an Amazon exclusive. I do have that figure in my collection. I know people are saying that, oh, this was highly sought after. I was like, really? Because that was on Amazon forever. I bought a bunch just for the NWO t-shirt on clearance. I think they were like $7 or $8 a pop. I must have bought like 10 of them or something like that, and just traded or sold the extra bodies or used them for customs. But we do have another release of Triple H in his DX leader gear. He does come with the leather jacket, the DX logo, the microphone. For your packaging, again, you get the image of Triple H, the Build-A-Figure for Vincent. On the side, you'll see the nameplate, image of Triple H with the Elite Greatest Hits at the bottom. You take a look at the back with him doing his pose, calling to, I believe that was X-Pac from that moment. You can pause and take a look at the read-up here if you'd like to do so. And you can see he does come with the arms for Vincent. Take a look at Eddie Guerrero in the packaging. You will see, again, you get the image of Eddie, the Build-A-Figure piece, Monday Night Wars Greatest Hits. He does come with the United States Championship belt, some interchangeable hands. On the side, you'll see the nameplate for Eddie Guerrero, the image on the other side. On the back, you'll see he does come with the lower legs for Vincent. And if you guys, again, want to pause and take a look at the read-up, you can do so now. Next up, we are taking a look at Bam Bigelow, which is a re-release of the Legends figure, minus the ECW Television Championship belt, which was included. I do believe this one does have the pinless joints, and I think the Legends one did not, and that's kind of why I was on the fence, like, do I need to upgrade or not? I wanted to build Vincent regardless, but I'm only going to keep one for my collection, and we'll definitely make that decision as we compare them on with the review. He does come with a bunch of interchangeable hands. Again, no championship belt, which is a little unfortunate. Get the image of Bam Bam here, Build-A-Figure piece, nameplate, image of Bam Bam. On the back, you will see it does come with the shirt and the torso, it looks like. And you can take a look at the read-up here if you guys like to pause. We're going to come back and we're going to start our review. We're going to start our review off with Triple H, but before we look at him, let's look at all the Build-A-Figure pieces that you get to complete your NWO Vincent. So you will get a set of the arms here. He does have the mic open holding hands on the figure. You also do get a set of fisted hands for Vincent, as well as a set of 2 sweet hands. This is a little annoying, man. The way they were packed in the packaging, I kind of got a little bit of a stress mark on the finger, if you guys can see it right there. So be careful when you get in this figure of these hands out of the packaging. The way they were packaged was a little annoying. They were kind of like on the side, and the finger kind of got caught. But this was the main selling point. I wanted some Too Sweet hands. Obviously, we don't have a skin tone that would match Vincent, so that was a good selling point for me to like maybe I need this figure for my collection. Triple H comes with a set of fisted hands. He comes with a set of open hands. I guess you could do the crotch chop or maybe pointing to the crowd, as well as a set of the mic open holding hands. Additionally, he does come with the Raw is War microphone, which we've seen plenty of times before. It is on all 4 sides. He does come with his jacket. Just look at the way this head is sitting on the body. It looks like it's just sitting high. You can see he does come with this leather jacket. Again, we have seen this released before. If you guys want to remove it, look, the head just wants to like pop off pretty easy. That's a little annoying right off the bat, but let's get this jacket off and we can get a better look at how this head sits on the neck peg. So he does have a regular DX shirt, does have Velcro on the back. There is no stretchiness to this shirt. And no, this head just doesn't sit that great on there. I mean, it seems to be a little high. Before we remove the shirt, let's get a quick close-up look. Degeneration X logo. Again, just Velcro's on in the back. And we will get the shirt off because he does have the Stone Cold torso. Is that a little staining on his shoulder? Maybe some slight staining, nothing too crazy that I'm seeing. I guess the actual head sits a little high. The head, you can see, it doesn't pop off like it's going to fall off, but it definitely is a little loose on there. If you guys want to get a quick close-up of this head sculpt, doesn't look much better than the original. I never was a fan of this head to begin with. Oh my god, I just would want to snap that head. It just does not look good. You can see he does have the big hair on in the back. Again, he does have the Austin torso. He does have that wash on the jeans. It looks a little weird. I don't really like the color to it. It's kind of like a brighter blue. I feel like Mattel's definitely done a better job on the wash of some of these jean molds before. But you can see how it goes through here. He does have the pinless arms here. So the head will fully rotate. Arm goes fully around, bicep cut, double jointed pinless elbows. The hands do hinge and rotate. Ab crunch, a little loose. Waist swivel, not too bad. The legs on some of these Mattels lately, okay, not awful, but again, it just gets caught. I'm getting so frustrated with these new figures lately from, I don't know if it's a new factory or what. The rumor is they switched to a factory in Vietnam. I don't know how true that is versus the factories in China, but these figures don't feel as quality as they used to. There's a thigh cut. Double jointed knees are a little stiff at the top part, will bend at the lower part. They are pinless. The feet do hinge up and down. There is some ankle rocker. Doesn't really move back too much, but again, it's just frustrating with these newer Elite figures as far as articulation. For your Triple H comparisons, on the left we have the original Attitude Era figure, and on the right we have the Defining Moments figure, which I think is definitely due for a re-release, just to give you a different look at some Street Gear Triple H figures. But removing this figure out here, this is the comparison we really want to see. Is it a significant upgrade? Is the original better? You will see right off the bat, again, the head sculpt is different. I just never liked the original version. I swapped that head out for the Ultimate Edition, threw on the hat. I think we'll plus it up. You will see the size of the shirt. I believe this is the original shirt. I do like the larger size on the new shirt, but the older one had just a better looking decal, if you ask me. Take a look at the jeans. You will see the different kind of wash on. I think the original has a better look to it. It does have the pin legs versus the pinless. But one thing I'm also noticing, the size of the jacket. You will see this one, I think, looks a little better, a little more accurate to what Triple H was wearing. Definitely a little longer. I'm kind of curious to see what the head swap will look like on this new one, if it would even fit, if this peg is too long. But if you guys want to throw the Ultimate Edition head on the new one, that looks pretty sweet. Again, I think I'm gonna go with the original jeans kind of wash look over the new one. Next up, we're taking a look at the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels. So Build-A-Figure Vincent parts. You will get the head. Again, it's the same head as the Virgil. You will also get these black sunglasses if you guys want to get a quick close-up. You can look. Mine has a whole bunch of marks on here, man. Like I said, the new factory or whatever the hell's going on, just it's a downer. I feel like quality has been shit lately, to be honest, and it's frustrating. Interchangeable hands for Shawn Michaels. You get the open crotch chopping hands. You also will get a set of the mic open holding hands over here. He does have the fisted hands on the figure. You do also get this European Championship belt. I don't know why at some point they just kind of blanked out the logo here, and they don't seem to have it. The earlier versions did have it, which I do have in my collection, but it's always nice to get the European title. I feel like this is underrated. I always loved this belt as a kid. Shawn Michaels, You will see how this figure kind of looks. It looks so naked without the chest hair. I don't know why they couldn't include it here. Like, missed opportunity. We've gotten this figure, I believe, twice without the chest hair. Would have been nice to get it here. If you guys want to get a quick close-up of the head sculpt, doesn't look better in my opinion. Just looks really off. I don't see the likeness to Shawn. Looks like a little bit of an older version with these kind of wrinkles around his mouth and his forehead. The hair, same sculpt that we've gotten before. Again, no chest hair here. He does have his HBK tattoo. Does have the decals on his actual wrist covers here. Take a look, which is nice. Originally, I thought they maybe omitted them because I didn't see it in the packaging. Does have the silver broken hearts on here. Does have the knee pads, I believe, first time included. I don't think it came with the other two figures. There is the hearts on the side of the boots. Take a look at the back. Heartbreak Kid. So attire, I think a little better. That you're getting the knee pads. Again, bummer, no chest hair. The head sculpt is but articulation-wise, the head will fully rotate. There is an ab crunch here, a little stiff. Waist swivel. The arm will fully rotate. You do have the bicep cut. Double jointed elbows move pretty good. The hands will hinge. They're a little tight. I'll be honest, from the vault Shawn Michaels, I tried to swap the hand out and they're just broke. You can even see the actual decal on this one is printed a little bit higher than I probably would like it to be. Here's been the tricky part with the Elites, the leg articulation. Okay, not too bad. This one isn't as stiff as the other, so I'll give that a plus. That is nice. It does have the pin leg, so obviously double jointed knees are a little better. A little tight at the thigh cut. There's the boot cut. Feet do hinge up and down a little loose, but better articulation on this figure than Triple H at least. For your Shawn Michaels comparison, so unfortunately I do not have the Elite 19 in my collection anymore. Just too many Shawn Michaels. I had to make some cuts, so that was a figure to go. But I have a few of my favorite Shawn Michaels in my collection. We have the WrestleMania 14 Elite from the Greatest Hits re-release. See how much better it looks with the chest hair, man. It just should have been included. And we have the Ultimate Edition here on the right. Also probably one of my favorite Shawns in my collection. The third figure we are taking a look at from this set is Eddie Guerrero. But before we get to his accessories, let's take a look at your Vincent Build-A-Figure parts. So he does come with these lower jeans mold. You can see it is the same mold as the Bulldog Build-A-Figure, except in black. Looks really nice here. Again, you can see a little bit of a wash to it. Some nice wrinkles in these jeans. So I really do like the look of it. Again, with the combat boots, which we will obviously build Vincent as we go on with this video review. Accessories for Eddie Guerrero, you do get a set of fisted hands. You also do get a set of the mic open holding hands. Eddie comes with these gesturing hands on here, as well as the WCW United States Championship belt, which looks really nice and clean. We have seen this before. We'll take it off of the figure, get a better look at it for you guys. Really do like the detail on the American flag. This is one of my favorite designs for the U.S. title. I was a big fan of that belt. So here we do have Eddie. The skin tone is the lighter skin tone. I believe this is a lot more accurate than what we've been getting with the tanner, kind of more orange skin tone for the Eddie Guerrero figures. You can see he does have bigger arms on this figure. We'll obviously compare it with the original. Nice detailing on the singlet. I love the head sculpt as well. Let's get a quick close-up for you guys. Great likeness to Eddie, early Eddie Guerrero with the mullet. Really do like the look of it here. If you guys want to take a look at the back, great detailing to it. You'll see the singlet is the white, but it actually does have some red accents on the top part as well as on the back. So that is pretty nicely done. You can see the different designs on his lower legs. He does have the black knee pads as well as the red boots. If you guys want to take a look around on the other side. Here's where my complaints are going to come in. So articulation-wise, we'll go, the head will fully rotate. The arms do go fully around again. He does have the bigger arms. You can see a little bit of a slight gap, but his ab crunch is so loose. Look at that. That is just, it's very disappointing. You know, just going on the articulation with the rest of the figure. I don't even know what else to say at this point with the way these figures have been assembled. Man, look at that. He's moving and I'm not even doing anything. Legs actually do not feel stiff. There's a thigh cut. Again, double jointed pin legs, so that works. There is a boot cut. The ankles do hinge up and down and rotate, as well as the wrist rotation here. But this is just really unfortunate, man. What is going on lately with Mattel? Comparison time. So we do have the Hall of Champions figure here on the right. You can see the attire looks very similar. There are some extra deco hits, very slight on the top here. You will see the red, which is not included on the original. But for the rest of the, most of the part of the figure, it looks to be the same. He does have the bigger arms on the new Greatest Hits versus the Hall of Champions. The skin tone is a little lighter, not as tan as the original release. But that's all I'm really noticing. Most of the attire looks to be pretty much similar. It's a different shade of red. It's a little brighter on the new one. The head sculpt is where you're going to notice the biggest upgrade. I will say I do like the new one a lot more. This one was ahead of its time. I feel like it did do good for when it first came out. But I think the new one is significantly better, even though it does kind of sit a little higher than I probably would like it to on the neck peg. Our last figure from this set is Bam Bigelow. So your Build-A-Figure piece does include the torso and t-shirt. This is a actual t-shirt design. You can see the arms are tucked into the torso. And if you guys were curious to see, he does have the ripped torso on underneath. If I can unvelcro this shirt in the back here. There you go. Bigger torso, similar to what we got with the Virgil. Obviously, there's no strap here for his tight design. So we will assemble Vincent in the next segment, but interchangeable hands for Bam Bam. You do get a set of the mic open holding hands. You also do got these open kind of grappling hands. He comes with the fisted hands on the figure. They all have the tape around the thumb. Additionally, you do get a plain microphone. It has a WWE logo on there, if you guys can see it. There it goes. Caught it on camera. I guess it's supposed to be like a generic microphone, but you can still see it's not newly sculpted, which is fine, not a big deal. Again, I really did like the original Legends figure. The head sculpt on this one looks fantastic. You want to see all the tattoo detailing on his head here. Looks really nice. Always loved his tats, man. He was such a larger-than-life character. You could see the logo here. I remember when the Legends figure came, a lot of people were saying it was reversed or backwards. I couldn't tell you what was right or wrong, but you do see the logo on the front. He does have the tattoos on his arms as well, if you guys want to go look at the forearm. Wrist tape. He does have the kind of like grayish flames going around here. I saw a lot of them with like scratches on like the design, so be careful as far as paint apps on this figure. You can see the flame design on the back. Pin legs here. Take a look at the actual logos on there. Plain black boots. I feel like this is what differs most from the Legends figure. But let's run through articulation, since look at that head just came right off. What the hell's going on, man? Okay, let's try that again. Wow, this head just wants to come off. Like, I can't make this stuff up anymore. Do you see why I'm so frustrated with this review right now? Like, I can't even get through it. I feel like parts are just popping off. They're extremely loose. The arm will fully rotate. Bicep cut a little bit. It's a little tight on mine. Double jointed knees. You do have the ab crunch. Waist articulation. The legs on this one seem fine. He kicks up only about that much. At least doesn't have that bounce back. Thigh cut, double jointed pin legs, and does have the boot rotation where they hinge up and down. Man, Mattel, what is going on lately? It's just very frustrating. We're going to talk about this quality once we wrap up this video, because this is like getting out of control. On the left here, again, we do have the Monday Night Wars Elite Bam Bigelow, and on the right we have the Legends figure. You can see some differences as far as the head sculpts or designs. I feel like I like the paint applications on the Legends figure. Let's see if we get a little bit of a closer shot for you guys so you get a better view here. I don't know, this to me just looks a little more realistic. I do like the way the paint applications are. If you guys want to compare the head tattoos, they look to be a little more on the brighter side with the new figure, but as far as the actual tats go, I mean, I don't know. That's a toss-up to me. I do like the head on the Legends figure a lot more. You can see the different applications of the paint here. A little bit of a lighter gray versus the darker. More of these darker accents. I don't know what is more accurate, but just appealing to the eye. I think the Legends figure, to me, looks a lot better. I know a lot of people always say this when I do comparisons, like, is the older figure shorter? It's the same mold. It just depends on how you have the legs spread out. So no, they're the same height. It is the same figure. You will see the single jointed pinned elbows on the Legends figure. That was the main selling point for me to go grab this new Bam Bam, and I don't know, I don't really like it. You can see the different deco hits on the boots, which look better on the Legends figure. He's got the flames on there, just a little something different. But one thing I want to check, did the head pop off? Not even close. I don't even think heads were interchangeable at this point when the Legends figure came out. So I'm not even close. I'm going to say the Legends figure is significantly better than this new Bam Bam Elite. And of course, you can build your Vincent NWO figure with all the Build-A-Figure pieces here. You can see how great he looks with the two sweet hands. He does have the NWO classic black and white t-shirt. He has the black jeans on here, if you guys want to give another quick close-up of them. Again, this is the same mold as the British Bulldog Build-A-Figure that we did get. The NWO shirt does Velcro on the back. Again, the classic black and white t-shirt here. You can see he does have the two sweet hands. That is the major selling point for this figure. Kind of wish he didn't have the wrist tape. For my custom, I actually removed it. He does have these black sunglasses, which are removable. And you can get a quick look at this Vincent head here. It does look a little sloppy. Look at all that, man. marks on his face. Very disappointing, but I do actually have my custom figure that I put together here, and it is pretty much identical. I used some Hollywood Hogan white sunglasses because he did wear a lot of those. I removed the actual wrist tape off of mine, but you can see the difference with the blue versus black. And now that I have them side by side, I feel like I bought the set for a set of 2 sweet hands for Vincent. I'm actually a little disappointed. I feel like my custom looks a little better. Again, it's the same head as Virgil and Vincent, but you do get some extra interchangeable pieces to kind of go with your figure photography or your display. If you guys have enjoyed this video review, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think of this brand new Monday Night Wars Elite set, and if you're looking to add it to your collection. While you're there, please turn on those notification bells. Stay tuned to the newest action figure reviews here on my channel. Subscribing really does help me out, so I do appreciate all you guys who are hitting that subscribe button down below and helping my channel grow. So let's talk about it. This Monday Night Wars set. I will say, first off, I want to get into, this was just an odd assortment of characters for a greatest hits wave, right? Like, none of these figures to me were like must-haves that were missed and are going for a lot on the secondary market. So I don't really understand the character selection choices here. You know, this Triple H, I feel like, is not really highly sought after, and it doesn't look, I'm going to say a lot of these figures don't look anywhat better than the original versions, right? Triple H, I'm not a big fan of the head sculpt. I thought this would be a good opportunity to throw it on a different head. I do like the Ultimate Edition head that I do with my fix-up. The jeans look a little too cartoony. And listen, I'm not trying to be too critical here. I'm not trying to hate at all. I'm just trying to be honest with you guys and keep it real. I don't like just coming on here and saying every figure is great when it's not, right? So Triple H could use work. I will say I like the original better. Shawn Michaels, I do appreciate he came with knee pads, but there's nothing about this figure that says it was plussed up, in my opinion. Yeah, he has double-jointed arms, but I don't know. I don't like the head sculpt. I feel like there's no chest hair, which really makes this figure, this seems lacking, right? When you bring in the other Elite figures or the Ultimates and you look at the chest hair and all the detail on it, it really puts it over the top. So I'm going to say this was another miss. Eddie Guerrero, I will say I do like the head sculpt better than the original, but the attire for the most part it's a little better maybe on the new one. I do think I like the bigger arms on this figure more so than the original release, but it's not enough better, in my opinion, to say go ahead and grab it. I feel like we have, I mean, me personally, anytime I think re-release, like, I'm going to have to dump the old one and get the new one because I just don't have room or the space or the desire to have 2 of the same exact figure, especially if it's not a guy I'm like really excited to have. It's not a Hulk Hogan. That's my guy, right? So, I mean, to have 2 of the same Eddie Guerreros doesn't make sense to me. I'm going to cut one of them. And I feel like I'm leaning towards keeping the original. Bam Bam, it's not even close. Like, the head coming off, the details on the singlet or his attire, just, it looks better on the Legends figure. And again, I thought, hey, double jointed arms, probably better head sculpt. I like the head sculpt better on the original. Vincent, I'm a little disappointed. I feel like, I'm going to say, I grabbed this set and spent $100+ for some 2 sweet hands for my Vincent. I think my custom I put together is better. I don't like, you know, the wrist tape on here. I do like the black jeans. I feel I'm just probably a little sour because all these figures had some type of QC issue. Let's talk about that. Mattel and their team do a great job, so I'm not knocking any of their guys. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not trying to disparage anyone and be negative. That's nowhere near where I am with this channel. But I want to be honest with you guys. I feel like we've noticed it, and it's getting frustrating with every review, especially when we didn't have these issues for, like, the Mattel line's been around for, what, 14, 15 years now. We never had these issues, like, coming up where, you know, you can't articulate a figure, like, consistently, right? You'd have some hiccups here and there with some lines or some figures, but this has been pretty consistent. And again, the rumor is they've changed factories. I don't know how true that is. I don't know if that's a fact. If you Google it, there's some truth to it out there saying maybe, you know, toy companies are going to other countries to save money for production. Again, I don't know what the story is. Mattel has not come out here and said, but you can feel these figures don't feel as quality. They're more money than they ever were. I remember when Elites were $16. We're paying $22.99 now. And I get it's with the times, and I get it's just a toy, but like I said, there were no issues with this type of stuff before, and now it just seems to be with every line. Like, we're getting some banger figures, like that Royal Rumble Cody Rhodes looks phenomenal. I can't move his legs because I'm worried they're going to snap. I mean, to the point where Bam Bam's head's coming off, Eddie Guerrero's torso is moving for no reason. It was really tough to even spread Shawn Michaels' legs to hit his pose. Like, that takes away from the fun of these figures, man. I mean, even Vincent's face has all these white scuffs on it. It just, I don't know. I'm sure Mattel will get it together. And like I said, I know those guys work hard. I know they're probably looking to remedy it. So no heat or hate towards them. But I'm frustrated as a collector. I'm sure you guys are. I don't know. Let me know down in the comments below what you think. I think this whole Monday Night Wars Greatest Hit set is odd. and highly skippable. I don't think there's any figure in here that you need. If you want to build a figure Vincent, buy it on the secondary market. If you have the originals, I think you're sufficient enough to keep it. And I think in my collecting mind, I'm going to reevaluate the whole, well, a new version's coming out, it's better. Because we've seen consistently the last few things that have come out, not necessarily better. I mean, you've seen like the Legends Greatest Hits IRS, it's significantly shorter. The original one to me is better. We've seen it with Typhoon and Earthquake, Greatest Hits figures. They're significantly shorter than the original releases. So, I mean, it just has not been to a point where I, feel like I need to buy all of them. And we've just seen so many QC issues, from loose joints to interchangeable hands. I don't know if you guys have noticed this. I've noticed a lot when I switch out my hands for different display or toy photography. The hands get so goddamn loose. And it's an easy fix. I'll heat up with a hairdryer, run this in cold water, and they'll tighten again. But we didn't have these issues, across the Mattel line. The articulation on the legs, it's just... I don't know. I'm ranting here. I say this wave is not needed if you see it in stores. I don't know. I guess this is why I didn't pay so much above retail. Not the most exciting set. Hoping to see better stuff. I do have more figure reviews coming, so make sure to stay tuned to my YouTube channel here. But before you go, don't forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok at AlexWestCollects. Thank you for listening to my rant. I hope I didn't bore you too much, and I'll catch you all in the next video review.